To the show. Hope you're doing well. It is Thursday at 6:06. This is Art City Now. Producer Rise here. I'm here, and we're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
That was an abrupt shut off. I was like, home. I always, when we talk about the music, when it goes off, it always reminds me of like, did something just bad happen? Did something get?
My bad.
Dude, no, it's not your bad. I was bringing a point up in regards to, I had to fix a circuit breaker twice yesterday. And it's like one of those things that just goes, it goes off, and I'm like, damn, no fun. Have you had to do that yet? You haven't had to do that yet, have you? Fix any circuit breakers?
No, I don't know what that even means.
Oh, you will. If the power goes off, you'll figure it out. You'll see lots of fun. Good to see you, man. Happy Thursday, buddy.
Ready for Friday already.
Friday Eve, what it is. Cold start this morning. Freaking cold in hell this morning. And what I mean by that is you go out, there was ice because I wasn't parked inside of a garage. Ice on the windows. Ice on the freaking windows this morning.
Yeah, that's what pushed me back a little bit.
But it's opening, but warm. It's warm this morning, though. I mean, it's going to be warm today. It's not warm this morning. Warm. Vic, choose your words better. Not warm. It's going to warm up today. The warm-up starts. We're supposed to get up to 43 today. Yippee. 43 will feel so wonderful. 46 tomorrow. Saturday's supposed to be colder and sunny, but 38. But Sunday, 51 and sun. Monday, 54 and sun. Tuesday, 65, but rainy. That's the warm trend that we're going to have up and down, a little bit all around, but we should be fine. It'll go well. So anyway, it's something to look forward to on this Thursday. I did stay up a little bit later, getting going for a little bit, watching the Blues. I watched their first period, and then I went to bed because I was tired. And they were up 2-1. I was like, okay, this is the Blues team again. Go face a very, very good Dallas Stars team. Then they gave up 3 goals in the second period. It was a really bad period. And then they were going into the third period down 4-2, so they lost. They played tight. They played close. Obviously, it's the dad strip that I was talking about, but in the end, it did not get done. So the Blues lost again. We'll get into that. Also, you've got hold on a second. We've got the Super Bowl coming up. Obviously, we can get into that today. Talk about that. We have a you really can't tell from the video that Ryan will play, producer Ryan. But have you ever seen an entire section get kicked out of a high school boys basketball game for what the ref said, saying bad things? No, sorry, buddy. That happened in Oklahoma. Now, we'll get into the situation too. There is a shortage of officials in all sports in practically all states. In football, you really can't, refs really don't hear, or I've talked to refs about this. You're so far away from the field, usually with high school football, there's not a lot that can be done. But in basketball, the fans are right on top of the refs. Literally right on top of the refs. And we have a situation from Oklahoma that we'll get into as well. So anyway, this is Art City Now. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com, 855-282-8255. If you want to give us a call, we stream on X, Facebook, and YouTube, bringing everything that we can from the area. Jump in the show, be a part of it. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods, obviously. I hope you guys can do that. By the way, shout out, I was glad, to Fox 2, Martin Kilcoyne, Dave Job. They put MICDS put a little video on yesterday of their signing day, which was cool, on Fox 2 last night. You had 23 kids that were signing Division I scholarships or scholarships that enter to play sports. That's a lot of kids. That was a lot big time. That's big. I mean, there's some schools that may have more than that every year, but I know it was big for MICDS. That's for sure. So glad to see them do that. Fun to go through the experience. We're also grateful that you guys jump in with us Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us each day from 8 to 10 o'clock. You're jumping in, talking to us about those things that are going on. Have you guys seen the new Super Bowl jerseys and the patches? We'll get into that. It's the jersey looks ugly. It is ugly, in my opinion, Ryan. I'll send it to you if you can't find one during the break because it's really bad. A couple of women's boutique stores are closing up shop in St. Louis. This bums me out. I mean, things continue to move out of St. Louis. They do. The chain still has 2 remaining locations, the West County Center Mall in De Pere, and at the St. Louis Premium Outlets in Chesterfield. We'll tell you about Francesca's. Also, the whole situation with college football and staying 5, 6, 7 years or 6 years. Diego Pavia tried to make it 7. Is taking a turn too. The kid from Ole Miss. Why does it matter here? Well, you never know. You may have a kid or young kid. I should say a young man who tries to play an extra year or 6 years at the University of Missouri. But the NCAA is trying to have some sort of a backbone finally. And then now the courts are involved in ruining them when they are trying to have a backbone. So I'm not against the NCAA anymore on that one. Also, we'll tell you, I saw this yesterday. Just a normal everyday poker player. Nobody that considers themselves to be a professional from the St. Louis suburbs went and won a 6-figure top prize earlier this week. He beat out 400 other poker players at a World Series of Poker event in Mississippi. That's pretty freaking cool. His name's David Yount. And his career poker earnings had totaled right less than $3,000 heading into the event. Dude had won less than $3,000. But he went to the Tunica Horseshoe Casino and he walked away with $132,570 and a World Series of Poker circuit ring, a $5,000 package to a paradise vacation in the Bahamas. He earned $1,700 buy-in for the main event by winning an online, literally, he won an online satellite tournament on Club GG. He won an online satellite tournament. So he won a buy-in to the Tunica event. And then he went to the Tunica event and beat out 400 guys, or 400 people, I should say, to win it. So what a cool deal. Very, very cool deal for a St. Louis area guy. He's from Darden Prairie. And he said he's going to set aside $10,000 of his winnings to cover the entry for the World Series of Poker main event in Las Vegas, which is coming up this last summer. And then, of course, his wife's going to decide how they spend the rest of the money. That's what I said. But he said he and his wife will decide what they'll do with the rest of that money. By the way, another St. Louis native, Maurice Hawkins, won a pair of circuit events during the 12-day poker festival at the Tunica Horseshoe. Hawkins won more than a combined $45,000 in the mini main event and the closer events, as well as 2 circuit rings. So with those 2 wins, Hawkins now holds 23 World Series of Poker World Series of Poker circuit titles. That's first all time. That's a lot. By the way, the World Series of Poker awarded more than $1.8 million in 18 events in Tunica. That's a pretty big deal. They start the festival on January 22nd, and it went till February 2nd. You a poker guy? You ever play any poker? Everybody plays poker at some point in time.
You know what's crazy? I don't know how to play poker.
Some people say that, well, I'm good at poker. I'm good. And other people are like, no, I'm bad. And then, of course, they're good, and they're just trying to mess with you a little bit.
No, I don't really. I've never played poker.
Congrats. Probably better. I mean, it can be fun, but probably better. You don't want to get into that and start messing around. I know what you like.
Well,
You like your player prop bets.
yeah, I like player props. I'm gonna bet on something.
Have you done any player prop bets lately at all?
No, because I've been just watching the NBA and I just see a lot of these guys are really just trolling people's money. So I'm not putting any money right now into gambling at all.
No, I totally get it.
I'm telling you, when after my first day when I did that bet and Kevin Durant only had 22 points and his line was 21.
Wait a second. Oh yeah. Oh no. That'll happen. When did you
Yeah.
do that bet?
No, okay, so it was the first game of the season.
This year?
Yes, and I've literally watched Kevin Durant every single year for the first game. He's always had like a
I
crazy
think you
game.
told me he always does this on the first game.
Like I'm saying he's always had a good game. And then when I finally bet and this player prop is super duper easy and it's 21, over anything over 21, right? Now he only gets 22 points for that one game. Ever since then, he does like.
You missed it by 1 point.
No, I won.
Oh,
but I was just like, yeah.
Wait a second. What was the total that he had to get to again?
21.
And he got 22.
Got 22, but he averages 26 a game this year.
So why? But you won. Why wouldn't you consider on?
It's weird because he already is like when somebody comes out and literally says that he doesn't care about your props, he'll like.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah.
Did he say it after the game?
No, he said that like multiple times just on podcasts. He said it on like.
Do you think he's being legitimate?
Like legit, yeah.
And not just so that.
Remember, he had a burner account on Twitter.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so
that was a bummer that he got caught with that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was bad that he got caught with that. He got caught with a burner account.
But I may put in a prop maybe when the playoffs start. That's when I start doing more player props when it's like playoffs.
When it may be more serious and less of the BS that could be around. I totally get that.
Because I can put a player prop in on one guy, he just decides not to play today.
I don't know. All of that makes me wonder. It does. There's been so many of those.
Yeah.
I won with Christian McCaffrey 2 years ago in the Super Bowl by 1 yard on he was going to have 70 yards of receiving or something. Oh, wow. And the only reason I went with the bet is because my friend in Vegas, who has his own Doug Kazarian, check him out. You'll see him on TV. Mm-hmm. He has his own service and I trust him. He's a former sports intern of mine, believe it or not. And he's like, Vic, he knows I call him. I've gotten his service before, but he knows he usually gives me one each year for Super Bowl. And I've asked him 3 straight years and he's given me 3 winners. Oh yeah. But that Christian McCaffrey one, it hit by a yard like late in the fourth quarter. Ooh, and I'm like, man, they know. I mean, it's like, come on, what is going on? It's like, really? And they threw to him for no reason at all in that game. They needed him none at that point in time, and they threw to him. And then it was like a 12-yard gain or something. And I was like, I just won. Are you kidding me? You literally sit there and think I'm going to lose the whole game or after halftime because he wasn't a part of the offense. And oh yeah. Oh, what player bet? Oh, let's hit that one.
Yeah. All right, let's hit this one right now. All right, let's go off the list.
Probably better if you do stay away. No, unless, our guy told us from Circus Sports, it's entertainment money. It's like, what would you go spend on a night out? That's what you can safely wager if you feel like doing that. So that's something that's coming up. I should have bet the Blues last night because I knew that they would keep it close. I did. I think I said it yesterday, but I didn't think they'd win. I just felt like, they'll lose. They'll keep it close. And now they're off for 3 weeks. No Blues for 3 weeks. No Blues. I don't know. We'll see where all of that goes and how they have, if they're going to be able to stick around, that full team and so forth. By the way, coming up in just over an hour, live in studio, we'll have a couple of people from the Ladue. We'll have a Ladue police officer coming in. We'll have another person who works there in City Hall to talk about officers taking the polar plunge for Special Olympics at Maryland Heights Polar Plunge. What was I calling for yesterday? I was calling for an Olympic sport where you swim in icy water.
Oh yeah.
Or they have the how long can you sit in how long can you stay in the people flat out passing out, never mind. Sit in ice water. There's a polar plunge coming up February 28th. Oh, that's going to be at Creve Coeur Lake. I grew up on Creve Coeur Lake windsurfing, and it was clean and it was great. I don't know how Creve Coeur Lake is these days. I don't know. I don't know if the guys get into Creve Coeur Lake if they're going to want to sit in there for a long time. Just get in and get out. Trust me. Or maybe maybe it's so damn cold it's fine. But they'll be coming in studio live today to talk about the event that's coming up, how you can be a part of it, raising money for Missouri Special Olympics. Obviously, an incredible cause. So we'll get into that as well, and those things that are happening. By the way, St. Louis also named a top beer city in the United States. Duh. Of course. We've got Anheuser-Busch here. We're always going to be named. So St. Louis, once again, getting national recognition, 4 nominations. So what happened was the awards gather votes from people across the country with nominations picked by a small panel of industry experts. St. Louis is up for Best Beer City category. And we also have 3 local beer establishments also nominated. Those institutions, the 3 local beer institutions, are Perennial on Lockwood for Best Brew Pub. Then you've got Blue Jay Brewing Company for Best New Brewery. And, of course, Anheuser-Busch for Best Brewery Tour. And that is a pretty damn good tour. It really is. Voting, by the way, is open through late February with results in early March. You can get into that. USA Today's 10B Best Program highlights various destinations and businesses for their food, drink, travel, and entertainment across the country. St. Louis has popped up in the beer rankings in the past, dominating the rankings from 2018 to 2020 for number 1 best beer scene. However, in the years since, though, St. Louis has gotten number 2 for best beer city in 21, 22, and 24. We were not number 1. And it doesn't say what was number 1. Gosh, are you kidding me? How dare you do that? We're just grateful that you're with us this morning. Like, subscribe, share the show. As always, you can jump on in at X, Facebook, and YouTube. We get you going every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Kind of ease into the news of St. Louis and other national stories making headlines across the area. I still don't see, man. I still don't see or hear a lot of hype coming up with the Super Bowl at all.
Yeah, I'm not that hype either.
At all. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I just don't see many people talking about it, many people getting into it yet. Maybe that'll hit this weekend when it gets a little bit closer to the game. But right now, I certainly don't see that there's a lot of interest or people are getting very, very excited about things. Remember when Illinois beat Missouri by over 40 points in the bragging rights game? It was brutal. Well, they beat Northwestern last night by over 40 points. So they're good. Ranked 5th in the country. I know there's some Illini fans in the St. Louis area that love their Illini. So congrats to them as they continue to rock and roll and look really, really good. By the way, I heard another national telecast yesterday, podcast talking about, guess who? The Billikens. It's a lot of hype, right? Miami, Ohio is undefeated as well, but
they're not playing anybody.
No, nobody. And if you put Miami, Ohio on the court with SLU, it would be over early. They're nothing. They're nothing compared to SLU. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's nice that they're winning all these games against teams that aren't the same caliber. SLU's legit. They are legit. They really are. And it's fun to watch them, fun to cover them, fun to talk about them these days. And glad to hear and see more and more people talking about them because they are doing that well. They are playing that well, and it's fun to watch. They really are. Kicking butt, as we like to say from that standpoint. Also, you can jump in. Let us know where what your plans are for the weekend, Super Bowl plans, anything else. We love it when you promote charities, you promote events. Give a shout out for your bars, your restaurants, your kids, your people, your high schools, whatever it may be. You can jump in. If you want to call, you can do that as well. The phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com as we continue to bring you those news stories, the things that are happening, around the area. And there was something else that I thought was interesting when it came to a poll. And every now and again, this is from the travel. It's from the Travel Mexico solo site. They put together a list of the most overrated city in every state. So they actually went the negative route. And then, of course, people can let their minds run wild when it comes to where they're going with each state. And then they give a little caption of why that place is overrated. For example, in Florida, what do you think the most overrated city is that they consider it to be? Welcome to Miami. Overcrowded, overpriced, over the top in all the worst ways. Traffic's a nightmare. Everything costs twice as much. South Beach is just drunk tourists and wannabe influencers. I think you should go to Miami.
No.
I was like, okay, okay. I do agree with Hawaii being Honolulu. I was in Honolulu and I liked it, but you know what? I was not blown away. I felt locked in, trapped almost.
Like you could only be in Honolulu.
Or you go to Maui or somewhere else. No, but the weather was nice. But Illinois, of course, it's Chicago. Don't get me going on Chicago. But anyway, I love it. The most overrated town in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas.
Home of the J.O. Right.
The Jaybirds. That's right. College town that thinks it's way more interesting because KU is there. Massachusetts Street is charming for about 15 minutes. After that, you're just in Kansas. That's some funny stuff right there. Really, really, really good stuff there. Okay, how about our home state of Missouri? This is where you could have some fun. And I'm absolutely grateful that we did this and we have this. So what do you think came in as the most overrated city in the state of Missouri, my friend?
Kansas City.
100%. You knew it wasn't going to be St. Louis because St. Louis doesn't get we hit all the wrong side of the polls. Exactly. So you knew that nobody's talking great about St. Louis, unfortunately. Kansas City, not Columbia, where the University of Missouri is. Not any of our suburban towns. It is Kansas City. So under the caption, it's very quick. It's not like they put a lot of time into it, but quote, the barbecue is good, talking about Kansas City. I'll give them that. But people act like Kansas City is this undiscovered gem where it's really just a sprawling Midwestern city with fountains. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And yes, that is, I like Kansas City. I do. And, every town has its pros and its cons, but I like it. I like Kansas City. But I don't know what else you would put in the state of Missouri for that. So I thought Kansas City was kind of an obvious choice that might get some hype because what are other towns in Missouri really getting hype? There aren't. Kansas City, I hear it, so they'd have to take Kansas City. They've got football. Oh, brother. All right, this is Art City now. That's producer Ryan. I'm Vic Faust. We're just getting going here on a Thursday. It's February 5th. So glad you guys are with us. You can like, subscribe, share the show as always. Jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where you can stream us live. And then, of course, if you wanted to call, you can do that, 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. It's dark outside now. The sun should be coming up in about 23 minutes if it was just like yesterday. Of course, we're broadcasting live out of the beautiful J. Randolph Jr. Studios here in Kirkwood on Manchester Road, right in the little intersection, the parking lot of the Pasta House and in Oberweis. People are like, where are you guys located? Right there. And they're like, oh, yeah, I know where that is. Anyway, producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get into more of the what's happening from the Blues standpoint and hit some of these stories that we talked about more in depth. You're listening to louinfo.com. We are your Lou information station. We'll be back right after this.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
No, it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A judge has cleared the way for Missouri voters in 97 counties to decide a property tax cap issue in April. The bill is best known for stadium financing tied to Kansas City sports teams, but it also allows property tax increases to be capped or frozen if voters approve. Dozens of taxing districts have filed a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of those property tax provisions. One man is in custody after a woman was found dead inside her St. Louis County apartment. Police conducted a wellness check on January 21st near North Hanley Road near Interstate 70 and found the woman's decomposing body on a couch. Neighbors had not seen her since mid-December. Terrence Smith, whom police say lived in the apartment, faces several charges. 2 people, including a police officer, were hospitalized after a crash Wednesday morning in St. Louis County. The officer responding to another incident was taken to the hospital conscious and alert after the crash at Earth City Expressway and Ryder Trail South. The other driver suffered life-threatening injuries. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. Some lingering cloud cover for today, but we have pretty nice weather for the upcoming weekend. About 40 on today's high. 30 and a few clouds overnight, and then near 50, breezy and sunny on Friday. We're expecting sunshine Saturday and Sunday. For Saturday, upper 30s, but we're in the 50s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
All right, Ken, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong? Not so much, Kat, but I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026. And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, Pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. It's Arch City Now. Did you know the Olympics begin today? What? I was like, what? Really? They're off and running in Milan. 16 sports taking over 25 different venues. There is a TV schedule for today, and I know they're ahead of us from that standpoint. But NBC has a suite of networks, just in case if you guys are interested in watching. But here's what they do. I mean, this is what's crazy. I didn't realize it was hitting already, but it's here. Curling, baby, live at 8:35 this morning. The United States. The United States has some live curling if you want to check it out. And I love it, too, because when you look at all the different sports, there's not too many sports where you can have mixed doubles. You know, ice dancing. What other sports are there mixed? I mean, you don't have basketball where you have a man and a woman mixed doubles. I mean, pickleball, but it's not an Olympic sport yet. What do you got? Where are the mixed doubles? You've got it today in curling. I love it. In curling, they've got the mixed doubles. That's actually 8:35 a.m. mixed doubles preliminary round over there on USA Network. The women's United States hockey team has a game this morning already, which is really cool. 10:40 against Czechia. They've got 10:40 USA Network as well. Your sports on today, buddy. Big air qualification for snowboarding that kicks off today. They came out of the gates fast with a lot of the events today. With the Canadian women play as well. We got more curling today at 5:00, which is really cool as well. Then you've got, it's a day of curling. So curling's getting underway pretty early from that standpoint when you have Olympic coverage. So I don't know, pretty cool. And then, of course, NBC, and in this day age of streaming, you can find pretty much everything going on. I mean, it began at 4:05 this morning. For example, we're on right now at 6:40, and women's hockey is being played over on Peacock right now, Sweden and Germany. So you could go find pretty much anything and everything you want, but the Olympics are now in full schedule. And you can go check out where they are. So Olympics are here, people. So you got the Olympics going on. We got the Super Bowl this weekend. Anything else going on in the St. Louis area, let us know. As always, jumping on the show. You can let us know for a shout out. You don't even have to stay on if you don't want to, but you can give us a call. The phone number there is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. 8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can stream us live right now on Facebook, X, and YouTube at Arch City Now. Facebook, X, and YouTube at Arch City Now. Grateful you guys are with us today. It's Friday Eve, as Rye reminded me of already this morning, which was cool. I'm like, okay, I get it. We're already there. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? Not only here, but over the weekend. We can get into that as well. Also, I thought this was interesting too. Remember we were talking about the Super Bowl, how popular they are and how expensive the tickets are. Let's see here. Yeah, they're sold out for that game already. Tickets are super damn expensive. Still can't believe how many people were actually purchasing to go watch their teams, but they are. And that's what happened. With the Blues last night, they played tough. They fought hard. Had a really good first period, had a terrible second period. Tried to come back. Look at the goal by Jimmy Snuggerud. We'll show you this goal. I mean, there are signs
right there.
They
right back in comes Snuggerud. Jimmy Snuggerud.
Do they have enough? I don't know. We'll find out. But it was really bad last night because Snuggerud helped get the Blues to within a goal.
What a play by Jimmy Snuggerud, and the rookie pulls St. Louis within a goal.
Duchesne's trying to get off the ice right here. It's a long shift, but look what comes the other way. Goes right by Duchesne, buzzes right through traffic, and basically on a one-on-three, Snuggerud dissects it, plays it on the backhand to the forehand, through sticks, and against the grain to the sticks.
A goal in 15 games. And of course, he scored not once, but twice, including the game winner with 23 seconds left. I mean, it just seemed like it was so apropos on how the season has gone up until this point. The Blues fighting hard, chance to, get a win on the road against a very good team. Heading into the 3-week break, the dads are there. And Jamie Benn scores with 23 seconds to go. So, what does it mean for the Blues? I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to the playoffs this year. But that goal, watching Jimmy Snuggerud skate through three guys, basically 1-on-3 and score. Yeah, that's good. And it was too bad that he was hurt for a while this year. So you look at the Blues season, it's pretty much done when it comes to making the playoffs. Okay, that's fine. Is this team going to change? I brought it up yesterday. Are some of your favorite players, or one or two, maybe gone? What does this team look like when they come back and hit the ice February 26th in St. Louis? Will Bennington still be around? Will Kyrou, Falk, Shen, anybody else? I think it's legitimate to talk about it. Will they look different? Will they get some sort of an offer for another team that's looking to bring this to make themselves a little bit better moving forward for the playoffs? I don't know, but it's certainly worth talking about. Kyrou did have a goal and an assist for the Blues last night. Here's the worst part. Man, our Blues only won one time in their final 9 games before the break. They were 1-8 to end the season before the Olympic break. And it's like, oh man, Buchnevich had a goal. I mean, that's 3 for him in 2 games. But this has not been a good situation. We already know about it. What would they look like? What would they do? Last place in their division, second worst record in their conference, 3rd in the NHL. So after the break, producer Rye really feels like it. He can go watch the Blues February 26th and see his Seattle Kraken because of their logo.
What a cool logo.
They'll be in St. Louis. Once again, that's February 26th.
Right back in comes Snuggerud. Jimmy Snuggerud. Rister scores! What a play!
The Blues will host the Kraken, and then the Stars host the Kraken the next night. And it's like, what could have been with this team? What could have been? What could have been? What could have been? And then, of course, who they trade may have a lot to deal with what we see coming back next year. Now, I know they come back and they'll have like 20 games or something like that to end the season before they officially put it to bed. But man, just frustrating to see some of those things that have happened with the team this year so far. Couple of headlines that we get in the news headlines as well. A couple locations of the women's specialty chain in the St. Louis area, Francesca's. They operate mostly in mall shopping centers. They have two remaining locations at the West County Center Mall in Des Peres, at the St. Louis Premium Outlets in Chesterfield. They have about 450 stores nationwide, but they've lost a lot of money. And that's why they started to close up some shops. And the shops that it included, obviously, we were just talking about, was Francesca's. So that's going, let's see, they said that they expected capital. They had some capital that fell through, so they couldn't do it. They couldn't keep it. So now what's happening is you've got two left in St. Louis. They at least have two left. But they closed some other ones, but they still have two that are hanging out. So we'll see what happens. They may stick around. They may not. They don't know their future yet from that standpoint. Also, I found this to be, somewhat interesting when it comes to the world of, we gave the update a little bit earlier. We give it now. Breweries. St. Louis has once again been getting some national recognition, but they are up for Best Beer City by the 2026 USA Today 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. I guess this shouldn't be a surprise, right? We've won for many, many years in a row, but in the last 3 to 4 years, St. Louis has not been number one. But 3 other local institutions are nominated. Perennial on Lockwood for Best Brew Pub, Blue Jay Brewing Company for Best New Brewery, and Anheuser-Busch's Brewery Tour voted number one. So we certainly love to see that and what's coming up. Also with some of the headlines that we were talking about. At 7:30, we'll have a couple individuals in from Ladue, City Hall member, civic representative, and Ladue police officer coming in for the Ladue officers plunge for the Special Olympics at the Maryland Heights Polar Plunge. Who wants to jump in icy water for charity? February 28th, 1 p.m. It's going to be out of Creve Coeur Lake. We'll have them in live studio, talk about them, the efforts, how you can help, how you can get involved in that. So that's right around the corner. We'll have them in studio. Looking forward to that. Also, we haven't had any of your deals lately. What's been up, man? We haven't had any of your food deals.
Oh, yeah, because I stopped eating so much fast food. But, yeah, and McDonald's started changing their stuff. They changed their deals so much that it's not even good. But
at a lot of the places?
Yeah, they fell off. So, but I got something for you, though. Hold on.
Yeah, if you find something, I remember somebody asked me about that. They're like, wait a second, what's going on? What's going on? Do we have that? By the way, if you guys didn't see, we talk about, obviously, Mark Cuban got involved. Oh, and you're trying to find the deal. That's cool. With his alma mater with Indiana this year. Now, he gave them some NIL money to go buy players for last year's team, but not a lot. Indiana I don't even think they were in the top 12 for NIL. So they didn't go out and buy some team. This year's different story. This year they spent a lot of money. Mark Cuban got involved because they won a national title. And they have a ton of good players coming in. But the number one, and this is what I thought, the number one spending college this year in NIL for football, I guarantee you will not guess it. I'll tell you right now. Did you know who number one was last year?
I thought it was Ohio State.
No. West Texas oil money.
Oh, Texas Tech.
That's right. Landman stuff.
Yeah. This year.
Well, it was Texas Tech.
Okay.
This year, they were not number one, according to 13 general managers. And these colleges have general managers, other football teams that run the team. 13 of them polled said who number one was, and it was not Texas Tech. Texas Tech was number 2, but somebody outspent Texas Tech this year. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, it would make sense.
Texas.
No. Southern Cal. California.
USC?
That's right. USC, the Trojans. Trojans, number 1. You would figure they have a big base too. Number 1, Southern Cal, spending that money.
Wow. I did not expect that.
No, and they increased so you can fill a roster now to 105-man roster. And then you can spend it. Not all schools are doing that, but some are. And I am grateful the NCAA increased that roster to 105 because I know somebody personally who is now a Missouri Tiger because of it.
Let's go.
His name is Graham Faust, and we had signing day yesterday. I get it. But USC, number freaking 1. Texas Tech, by the way, number 2. It's not Indiana. It's not Ohio State. Number 2 was Texas Tech in spending for who they were going out to get. Number 3, Miami. They're still spending money. They want to get back to that national championship. Number 4, Oregon. You don't see SEC schools in there, do you?
No.
Not one SEC school yet. This is how NIL changed the SEC.
South, maybe? And it's like,
well, the alumni base isn't as rich.
exactly.
You can't have the car dealerships giving you the money under the table anymore to get people in. Now you got to be spending at a very significant level to get kids to come. Number 4 was Oregon. And then number 5, the number 1 spending school in the SEC, Texas A&M. Isn't that freaking ridiculous? Also, they pointed that Georgia, they felt, spent their money the best. That the money that they put out, that they really did it well. And the highest, and this is what's ironic because I know his daddy, Missouri offensive tackle, a high school kid from Missouri. He played at Nixa. Jackson Cantwell, his dad, Christian Cantwell, was an Olympian, Mizzou shot putter. Jackson's like, I don't know, 6'7", 6'8", like 315 pounds or whatever. Just a huge, super athletic tackle. He is the highest paid high school athlete coming out. Miami has him valued at over $2 million a year right now. And he's 18 years old, and he hasn't played a college football game. He hasn't had one college football practice. And he's a $2 million a year kid. Think about that. He's number 1, and he's going to Miami. He did take some visits to Mizzou, and we thought that they were there as well. Then USC paid a tight end, and then Vanderbilt paid a quarterback that was near that money. I just figured the schools like Vanderbilt and the alumni base, once they get that base tapped in, now all does it take? If you have a billionaire or a couple billionaires that get involved, it could really ignite a program. And also, one of the Big Ten general managers said privately, you can't put together a top 25 class anymore unless you're spending or outspending other people.
Exactly.
You've got to have the money. I just find the whole business fascinating right now and where kids are. And we've already talked about this. There are several states now where NIL is working for high school kids. And it'll probably only be a matter of time before it's in Missouri, where kids here in high school can receive NIL money. And I'm wondering how that would be. Like, your kid is really good at soccer, boy or girl. Maybe they're in a club team, or maybe they're playing high school or the hockey or football. You could have programs now throwing money at you, the parents, and your kids to get your kids to come to high school there or to maybe play for the club team. I know that sounds crazy, especially when you pay those fees of, what is it, $2,000 to $5,000 a year before trips. I'm just telling you, I know that lifestyle. I did it. Basketball. These are things that are coming to Missouri and the St. Louis area. They're not here yet, but they're coming. And I know it may make a whole bunch of people sick when they hear this, but this is a reality. So high school kids will be like, hey, I'll come sign. I'll come show up. I'll wear your jerseys. I'll take your supplements. I'll promote your supplements for you. And then all's fair. And then it's just a matter of time before you're allowed to transfer from high school to high school. I know a lot of these kids do it now. I shouldn't say a lot, but there are kids who transfer. There are some rules against it, but if you say the right things, you can get a transfer from high school to high school. Not everybody does, but many kids do. The whole thing is just all cray-cray going on right now. Boys, girls, all sports, those things happening. Anyway, we are Arch City now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. Cam Jansen, the former Blue, Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They'll take you from 8 to 10 today. The Co-Found Her show, business show, is from 10 to 11. And then from 11 to 1, it's Charlie Tuna and the Posse. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. This is Arch City now. You can stream us live on X, Facebook, and YouTube right now, jumping on the show. Also, we are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll come back. We'll set the tone for our second hour right after this.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, this is the Lou Information Station, KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. The White House confirmed the U.S. shot down an Iranian drone which approached the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. Richard Ingalls says hours later, in the Strait of Hormuz, 2 Iranian ships and a drone approached a U.S. commercial vessel.
Iranian media, which often reflect the government's view, say that Iran had no intention of attacking American ships, but was merely carrying out surveillance during 2 confrontations off of Iran's coast.
Officials from the U.S. and Iran are still expected to hold nuclear talks Friday. Axios reports those discussions take place in Oman. Congresswoman Nancy Mace seeks to have Bill Gates subpoenaed over his ties to late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Mace shared a post on X announcing she asked House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer to subpoena Gates after watching a podcast appearance by his ex-wife, Melinda Gates. President Trump says he and Chinese President Xi Jinping had an excellent call Wednesday.
In a Truth Social post, Trump said that he and the Chinese president discussed a wide variety of topics, including trade, Iran, Taiwan, and the Russia-Ukraine war. He added, the relationship with China and my personal relationship with President Xi is an extremely good one. Trump reiterated his plans to visit China in April and said he's very much looking forward to it. He ended the post by saying he believes there will be many positive results achieved with China over the next 3 years of his presidency. I'm Mark Nefield.
Savannah Guthrie pleaded for the safe return of her mother. The Today anchor posted a video statement Wednesday night where she asked for those holding her mother, Nancy, to provide proof she's still alive.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk.
Guthrie said her mother doesn't have medication she needs to survive. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
This message is presented on behalf of Delmar Mortgage. When it comes to buying or refinancing a home, everyone's situation is different, and having the right information can save you real money. Delmar Mortgage helps you compare options side by side, understand the cost of waiting, and see when refinancing may actually make sense for you. Get your no-obligation quick quote at SavingTheLou.com.
Individuals may have been compensated for this message. For licensing information, visit MLSConsumerAccess.org. Delmar Mortgage, NMLS ID number 30998. Delmar Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Oh, it is time to wake up if you're not up yet. Good morning, St. Louis. We are here rocking and rolling from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us as well. It is Thursday. It is February 5th, going through the first week of... I texted one of my sons and asked him a question I'm getting ready to ask you, and he just put like, what? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, what are you talking about? And I'll get to that question in just a second. I'm glad you guys are with us, though. Obviously, we're here Monday through Friday. Oh my gosh. I was trying to get it through. Hate it when your phone takes over your voice and it starts texting for you. Anyway, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Arch City Now, all things St. Louis and other national headlines, getting you going. You guys jump in the show. X, Facebook, and YouTube. Appreciate it when you guys are a part of the show. Like, subscribe, share it if you want. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com, where you can find out more about all the programming that is here and throughout the week. Okay, I just got, and I'm glad. Okay, and this is important because he's telling me right now. Real quick, Ryan, do you know cursive?
Yeah, I know cursive.
You do?
Yeah. I thought that was the question. Yeah.
How did you know that already?
Because I don't know what happened.
I
to my
literally told
generation.
Ryan, yes, because I said, I'm going to ask you a question about how you were taught in school because of your age, not where you went to school at St. Mary's or anything like that.
Yeah, I learned it I literally learned it right before the cutoff in middle school when they stopped doing it. I learned it in elementary school.
Okay, so you can still read and write cursive.
I can read cursive.
Could you write it?
Yeah,
I recently started to try and write cursive. I saw a study on cursive and how it activates neutrons in the brain.
Yeah, I write cursive. When I used to take my notes in college, when I didn't use the laptop, I'd write in cursive.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it. It looks pretty.
Like calligraphy. Remember, do you know what calligraphy is?
Yeah, it's like
yeah, but you're a different kind of guy. You're kind of a Renaissance guy. It looks pretty. Dude, you're like dunking on dudes and you're talking about writing looking pretty.
Yeah, I like cursive. My cursive's ugly though, but I think it looks cool.
My cursive looks ugly as well. But there's a reason why I was bringing this up here and a story for this. I mean, we cover everything. You know, we do sports, we do news, we entertainment. Yesterday, we did a lot of music and just different headlines that are happening around the area. We try to be full service from that standpoint. I just asked my senior son, I said, do you know how to read and write cursive? He's like, yes, at his high school. He said, we use computers unless if you want to use cursive. Now I don't have time to text him right now on radio podcast.
They have to write cursive for their notes.
I don't know.
Use a computer.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah.
I trust you. You're closer to his age than I am.
Yeah, because that's how it used to be when I was he's like a senior in high school, which is like weird that they still do it because I know a lot of seniors in high school that
and maybe it just depends on the high school too.
Yeah, it depends on the high school too, for sure. Because I know they weren't telling me to write in cursive at St. Mary's though. They were not.
But it's been what, 6 years for you since you've been in high school?
Wait, like 5.
Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to age out a little bit, my friend. But
with me. Away from high school is better.
But it is important. Many of our national documents, U.S. national documents, are in cursive for our government. That's why I've never understood there was a push to get away from cursive. Now, I get it as we went into the digital age of laptops and computers and phones. You're pressing, you're not writing. But there is scientific evidence of how your brain is stimulated and learns more via cursive and writing. Same thing with books as opposed to digital learning, which brings us into the story and the reason why I got into this in the first place. Missouri lawmakers right now are considering legislation that would limit digital instruction for elementary students to only 45 minutes a day because of studies that are being done where the brains are unable to concentrate as they get older. And you see this with younger people where it's more difficult to concentrate because we have a society where you deal in reels and quick hits and less of an ability to sit and concentrate. More cases of attention issues. I'll just put it at that case. And or prescribed issues. So they also want to introduce or quote reintroduce writing in cursive in classrooms. So there are, and it has some bipartisan support right now. Whether it gets brought through or not, we'll see. The bill is bipartisan, and it would work with kindergartners through 5th grade here in the state of Missouri. And it's aiming to shift focus from all the digital screens back to physical books and traditional learning methods. Teachers and parents were testifying Wednesday at the Missouri Capitol in support of the measure. I find this so fascinating. One of the teachers who testified yesterday said that middle school students, over the many years that she has been teaching, as she sees, are increasingly struggling with focus and self-regulation when it comes to using school devices. Quote, middle school students struggle increasingly with focus, self-regulation, and with disengaging from their school devices. I see it every day, she says, quote, it is not just a Missouri issue. I see the behaviors among students who move in from other states as well. It's not just Missouri.
It's not. It's everywhere.
Another teacher said, quote, I can see patterns where a young man, during most of his math instruction, all of his writing instruction, many times it overlapped with his required special education services as well. She said children are missing out on interpersonal skills with too much screen time. She said, I felt like my own son, was isolated on a digital island, and I thought how profoundly lonely he must be during the school day as well. Republican Representative Tricia Burns said substitute teachers report essentially babysitting students because math and reading instruction occurs entirely on iPads. That's how it's being taught right now in St. Louis, in the area, in Missouri. So she is sponsoring the legislation with a Democratic representative. Love it when we can all have some bipartisan issues. Marlene Terry said, quote, we have first graders. Listen to this, first graders using iPads. Yeah. Substitute teachers reporting that, as we were talking about. Wow, wow, wow. So the other part of the bill, which I think is interesting, and we'll see if anything comes from it, received no outright opposition during the public hearing. That is a good sign, meaning a good sign, not saying that I agree or disagree, meaning that it's a good sign that this bill will get pushed forward. If it has no public outcry, but lawmakers did raise some concerns about implementation cost. It always gets back to freaking money. Oh, are our kids not worth it? And I know I won't get on the soapbox. I'm sorry, I won't. They had concerns about the implementation cost. Questions centered on how schools would fund additional books and whether requiring cursive instruction would burden already stressed teachers. Okay, I get it. Then you have to find a way to take care of the teachers. You have to. How important is our education for our kids? Do we care? Or are we just trying to zip them through the system? Seriously, think about that. But lawmakers did say that they are still working out specific details of the legislation. But early bipartisan support remains strong. So you can get cursive back in from that standpoint. But I found this interesting. I can't even tell you the last time I wrote cursive, but I started writing this, and I literally just saw the story. So I started writing cursive the other day because of another story that I saw, because of the effects of how cursive can change your brain, and you forget how you used to think and relate, especially as you get older, and how your brain, and it triggers your brain, neutron response, and so forth. Now, I know it may sound crazy and weird, but I was struggling at first to write cursive. It's like, well, why would you do that? But I found myself doing it, going, okay. And then I've done it every day. I didn't do it yesterday. So I did it like 3 straight days. I didn't do it yesterday. Super busy. But I was like, oh, this is triggering my brain. And I could feel my brain working from that standpoint. So anyway, we'll see where it all goes from that standpoint.
I like cursive. No, I like it. I know. I wrote cursive like literally I just signed something. So yeah.
Well, I mean, Many young people are struggling to read cursive.
Oh yeah, it is hard to read though.
They talked about historical documents, personal letters, even family notes,
Yeah.
which could be there. Cultural and historical understanding. Cursive writing is often used in historical documents, as we were talking about. These are just some of the situations when it comes to cursive. Educational advantages, I said, better fine motor skills, reduced letter reversals, improved neural connections. Cursive writing stimulates brain activity in ways that typing doesn't and won't. It enhances the dynamic interplay between the left and the right hemispheres of the brain, improving mental effectiveness and cognitive processing. I wonder if that's why I don't understand millennials. And millennials don't get me. No, I'm kidding. Enhanced reading skills. Scientific research also indicates that students who learn cursive often develop better reading fluency and spelling abilities. The flowing nature of cursive helps children visualize words as entire units, which aids in memory retention and recognition. So, it is what it is. There you go from that standpoint. I just thought it was a fascinating story, and it's one we'll continue to cover when it comes to how we educate our kids in the state of Missouri. What's important? What's not? Where does it go? What are we going to be doing from that standpoint? But I'm glad to hear that you were telling me what you were telling me from that standpoint when it comes to cursive and you still knowing and remembering cursive in your early 20s. Very, very interesting to me.
Yes, sir. I'll always use cursive. If I do, if I'm like writing something in my agenda, I may use print, but that's rare. I don't even like print.
No, I get it.
My print's really goofy looking.
My print looks decent. My cursive looks goofy. It's just one of those things that you do. Another polling was done, national polling on the most overrated cities in every state. The state of Missouri's is Kansas City. Kansas City has some good things going on, obviously, but do they think that they're too much? The polling and the paragraph that was put forward said, quote, Kansas City, yes, the barbecue is good. I'll give them that. But people act like Kansas City is this undiscovered gem, which is really just a sprawling Midwestern city with fountains. I like Kansas City. I do. And of course, St. Louis couldn't get in that group because they're not giving us credit. Most overrated city in the U.S., according to people that did their survey. Anyway, that was interesting. Chicago was the number one most overrated city in Illinois, Miami, and Florida, just to give you an idea of where that was. Of course, everything in Miami, they talk about being overpriced. Of course, we see where that goes. This is Arch City Now. Glad you're with us. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. I'm Vic Faust. The voice you heard was producer Rye, where we were just talking about some of those things that are going on. Little football talk, as we were talking earlier about and I forgot to bring it up, but the quarterback from Ole Miss who played the national championship game, he's had 5 years of football. He's trying to get a 6th year and get a medical redshirt year. The NCAA has denied it, Chambliss. However, now the courts in Mississippi are battling. He didn't play any games that year, but he doesn't have official documentation of his medical situation from doctors. What are they going to do? He is scheduled to probably make about $4 million next year at Ole Miss, if not more, maybe 6. That's the kind of money that's in college football. I didn't bring that up earlier. I wanted to get that in because I know we'll have a guest coming in. I don't know how long we'll be on with them, but think about that. This is the kind of money that's out there right now in the schools. Unfreaking believable. And speaking of money, congrats to Darden Prairie's David Yount. This dude had a career winning total of under $3,000 in poker winnings. heading into the World Series of Poker Circuit main event at the Tunica Horseshoe Casino, where he went on to win $130, a World Series of Poker Circuit ring, which is freaking cool, and a $5,000 vacation to the Bahamas. By the way, as he was winning, he also turned 61. So he earned his way in. It was a $1,700 buy-in to get into the tournament. He earned it by winning a main event in an online satellite tournament on Club GG. Have you ever seen those online satellite tournaments? Freaking crazy.
Probably like on YouTube or something.
Yeah, he told poker.org that he's won 5 or 6 entries to larger tournaments in the past, but has had little overall success. But this time, oh, no. This time, it was his time. And he made the most of it. And not only did he win that money, he beat out more than 400 other players. That's when you know, when you're beating out 400 people, you know you're legit. You got some skills. It's your time. Yes, you have to be super talented at poker. Absolutely, you have to have some skills. But you know you have to have a little luck. Come on, you do. There's a reason why even who are considered to be the best poker players aren't winning time and time again, like you see people in sports. There is a lot of luck that goes into it as well. But David Yount from Darden Prairie did what he had to do. Congrats to him, man. Huge story. Says he's going to invest $10,000 of that coming up for a World Series of Poker event in Vegas. That's going to be taking place this summer. Also, the rest of it, he said he and his wife, which means his wife, will be deciding how they spend the rest of that money right now. So congrats to David. Really cool story there. Congrats. Love to see the St. Louis guys and the St. Louis teams and people doing well. And obviously, that's what we were talking about from that standpoint. By the way, we got a nice warm-up coming. Temperatures today, not necessarily going to be warm. Our highs today about 43. Not expected to have a lot of sun. But tomorrow, about 46, gets a little warmer, maybe a little bit of sun. Ton of sun on Saturday, but only 38. But then look at this. Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, partly cloudy, 51 degrees for Sunday. Monday, big yellow ball of fire in the sky, and 54. 65 for Tuesday with some rain, but look at the temperatures. That is what we're talking about. Can't beat that for February. Gotta love it. Thank you so much. Weather cooperating. We get a little bit of a warm up. We'll take that every day of the week. Appreciate you guys being with us today. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster, and the former Blue, Cam Jansen, bringing you their show Monday through Friday, once again, from 8 to 10 o'clock. Also, when you look at some of the things that are going on, we talked about what's happening in the world of the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. Are you even excited about it? Do you have plans? What are you doing? Where are you going? We'll talk about all those things. You can bring us from that standpoint. Let us know. You can always jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Any of those sorts of promotions as well. If you guys have Super Bowl events, if there's bars, restaurants, whatever that you want to get the word out about this weekend to let people know, we'll certainly do that for you. We've got today and we've also got tomorrow. So you let us know, we promote. That's what this platform is for, getting the word out to make sure that people know what's all happening around the area, events you can go to, all sorts of things. From that standpoint as well. Also, if you didn't see, we've already got the Olympics. The Olympics are underway. Olympic competition is underway. NBC has a ton of platforms and streaming services that are going right now. I think just about an hour, 8:30 or so. we're going to have curling. United States in some pre-qualifying curling going on. Mixed doubles, baby. You don't see mixed doubles events that often. You know what else I thought of one? Maybe there's like badminton. There may be mixed doubles badminton because I was bringing up pickleball. There's not pickleball in the Olympics yet. But pickleball's mixed doubles.
Be in the Olympics?
Yes, it should be. Absolutely, it should be. Have you ever played pickleball?
No, but I heard
basketball
getting hurt.
Oh, stop. Anybody can get hurt.
I know.
But old people might be more susceptible to it.
Yeah.
Depending upon how hard you go. But I feel like has pickleball has it died out a little bit? I don't know. I don't know if it has or not. I need some pickleball players to tell me if they see more. I don't know if they see some more of those things that are going on. I'm curious. I don't know. We'll see. By the way, last night, you had it was a really good night. Layla Anderson. I told you about Layla earlier again this week. She was inducted into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. If you remember, her story first started to go viral 2018. I had a chance to interview her then. She was battling an autoimmune disease known as HLH. She needed a bone marrow transplant at the time. And of course, she loved her St. Louis Blues. She ended up becoming an inspirational figure for that team as well. She started cheering for the team. Then in 2019, she got her donor, which was fantastic. She became an advocate for the National Marrow Donor Program. Of course, the Blues went on to win the 2019 Stanley Cup as she was watching. She became tight with the Blues. Pat Maroon, Colton Parayko. Well, she was inducted into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame last night, which was really cool, along with Pat Maroon. Just a really, really cool thing. Bob Ramsey, just a lot of really, really good things happening when it comes to the event that was going on last night from that standpoint. Did you remember? You were still younger. I mean, you were in your high school, maybe college days. Do you remember hearing about Layla Anderson at all?
No. Layla Anderson.
Yeah, just because, I mean, she was all over. I mean, all over the news. I was just curious if you remember that, because we did a lot of coverage with her while the Blues were making their cup run. It was just a really fantastic story. Everything that started to happen from that standpoint. But
I think I do remember her like in like a promo thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, hey guys, what we'll do is we'll take a break. This is Arch City Now. We'll come back after the break. We may do an interview for you. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can stream us live on X, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Keep posted with us. We'll give you a chance to catch your break, catch your breath, and we'll be right back after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, walk walks you through the process from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A judge has cleared the way for Missouri voters in 97 counties to decide a property tax cap issue in April. The bill is best known for stadium financing tied to Kansas City sports teams, but it also allows property tax increases to be capped or frozen if voters approve. Dozens of taxing districts have filed a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of those property tax provisions. One man is in custody after a woman was found dead inside her St. Louis County apartment. Police conducted a wellness check on January 21st near North Hanley Road near Interstate 70 and found the woman's decomposing body on a couch. Neighbors had not seen her since mid-December. Terrence Smith, whom police say lived in the apartment, faces several charges. 2 people, including a police officer, were hospitalized after a crash Wednesday morning in St. Louis County. The officer responding to another incident was taken to the hospital conscious and alert after the crash at Earth City Expressway and Ryder Trail South. The other driver suffered life-threatening injuries. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Some lingering cloud cover for today, but we have pretty nice weather for the upcoming weekend. About 40 on today's high. 30 and a few clouds overnight, and then near 50, breezy and sunny on Friday. We're expecting sunshine Saturday and Sunday. For Saturday, upper 30s, but we're in the 50s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Yo, I got a key to the front door, badge to the back, 100 little problems and they all attack. I'm the boss, the backup plan B, C, and D. If it breaks, guess what? Who's fixing it? Me? I'm the meeting, the marketing, the late night grind. The did we pay that bill? Panic on my mind. Yeah, I started this dream with a big old plan. Now I'm the whole department in the one-man band. CEO doesn't mean chief everything officer.
Delegate like a boss, because you are one.
Contact Morgan Pinnacle Group to learn more.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9000. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9000.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with EyeSight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Producer Ryan, can we just cut the show now early? Just run some Dave Ramsey. I'm tired. We may have days like that. Just put Dave Ramsey on. People probably want to listen to Dave talk about how wagering is a cult, how it's the downturn of young American men.
It's the 3 little steps.
There you go. Hey, guys. Sorry to bug you. This is Art City now. That's producer Ryan. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys were with us. We have busted through an hour and a half pretty fast, which is really good. Super Bowl's coming up this weekend.
Got a deal for you.
Oh,
it's a
producer,
goofy deal,
he's got a right deal. What kind of deal do you have?
So I've been rocking with Qdoba, and I'm gonna shout out Qdoba Anthony.
Hey, and why do you like Qdoba better than Chipotle?
I like
I'm
Qdoba
just
better than
curious.
Chipotle because
My
you
son
get
won't go
more-
to Qdoba. He wants to go to Chipotle.
Yeah, but I think for one, Qdoba gives you way more food for a cheaper price, and it's free guac and free queso. So say you're like, hey, let me get a little more guac. They'll give you free guac. It's guac. You know what
But
I'm
at Chipotle, they charge
saying?
you.
They charge you for guac and queso.
But is the guac at quote?
Qdoba good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Now it's like, is it? But is Chipotle's like so good you have to charge it?
No, it's just bougie.
Bougie.
Like, yeah, like I just think like anybody who eats Chipotle, it's just like a bougie Qdoba because you get way more with Qdoba. Like when I say way more,
So you're saying that Chipotle is bougie?
yes, it's a
Does
small
that mean
bowl.
Qdoba is hoojie?
No, Qdoba's just real. Like, oh my gosh, I love Qdoba, especially the one in Kirkwood. Because if you go to a bad, like, that's the thing about Chipotle. You can go to any Chipotle and it'll be good, but with Qdoba, you have to go to a specific one. That's the only thing.
I could care less. I was just and here's the thing. It's like I as long as I get my protein and my rice,
That's what. But
I use a
Qdoba,
little sour cream. I'm pretty basic and boring.
like a Signetti
What does he get? What's the Signetti bowl?
chicken,
Oh, he's got beans.
rice, guac.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be like a Vic bowl.
No,
Minus the beans. I don't get the
wanna-
beans.
You want to know what's on my bowl?
You probably get everything on there, don't you? Yeah, you strike me. I totally get it, man. I totally
I
understand
don't even
it.
want to say it. It's gonna be like 5-10 minutes.
So what's the deal, man? I interrupted you.
If you download the app and you sign up, man.
Which app again?
The Qdoba app. Make sure you sign up because you sign up, you get for one, right when you sign up, you get a free chips and cheese right off the rip, right? But then when you start going to Qdoba, like now that I've gone to Qdoba so much, I get my chips and cheese isn't like $5-6, it's $2. Then I have a whenever like Qdoba just throws out like a deal, like say it's National Chips Day or something, right? And everybody gets a free chips and cheese. I don't get a free chips and cheese. I get a buy one get one entree.
Okay.
So like I get that, and then Jimmy John's. I got the Jimmy John's app. Like I got a free sandwich. Yes, like that sandwich I was eating when I was in the studio, that was free. And then I get every week I get $5 off if I spend more than $20, which is just
All right, that's legitimate.
that's like two 8-inches. So that's like your meal for lunch and dinner. Wow. Or like me, I got a $6.99 sandwich deal as well.
Okay, I gotcha.
Then McDonald's got the same regular McDonald's, you know, $7 like Big Mac meal or whatever, mid. All that stuff is mid.
I understand. I thought it's a good point, man. That's a good deal.
McDonald's now is sausage egg McMuffins right after the show. That's the only way I'll eat.
The sauce, you need to get off those, right?
So good. That's the one. That's like my guilty pleasure. I love a sausage egg McMuffin, man.
You're allowed. I get it. It's all good.
That's Charlie's thing too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Unks.
I get it. And that's producer Rye, by the way. This is Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys were with us. We take you here for about another 15 minutes or so. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. Super Bowl's coming up this weekend. I'm not a big fan. They have these patches on the shirts. They're these like colorful, almost look like it's like the look. They're like pink and yellow, and I'm like, what? On their patch.
Yeah, I even tried to look it up and I don't even see it.
It's nasty. I'm sorry, it is. It doesn't look like football at all on their jerseys. We'll see where it goes. I'm taking the Patriots, by the way, and the points. I've already got a wager with a friend of mine. He wanted the Seahawks. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the Patriots. It's all good. I'll find some other little things that we can start looking at. By the way, it's pretty fun. If you want to do some of those little side bets to watch the Super Bowl, you can look them up on any of the wagering sites. Lots of them out there. You can see what you can mess with for the game. It could be cool. I was just looking here. By the way, players on the winning team for the Super Bowl, they get $178,000 each.
Woo.
That's a nice little chunk of change. I don't care if you're making millions or not. $178,000 is a good thing. It's a very, very good thing, my friend. The losing teams get $100,000. So they made the Super. It's an extra $100,000. Make your time extra more worth it, which is really good. Also, that's $10,000 more than last year. So the revenue continues to go up. That's pretty cool when it comes to the situations that these guys have, trying to make the money that they're trying to make. When it goes to that, you're who you picking in a Super Bowl, straight up and or with the points?
Man, Seahawks points, Patriots straight up, man. I just want the Patriots to win at this point, even though
Because you don't like the Seahawks.
I don't like the Seahawks,
and you're not allowed. I mean, you're allowed to not like them.
And then two, I'm like, why is Robert Kraft getting punished? Like,
why is he getting punished for what?
He didn't make it first ballot or whatever.
No, that was Bill Belichick.
No, Robert Kraft too.
Well, I know, but he's not a player.
Yeah, but come on, seven titles, and then his team made it back again. Like, come on, he's literally doing it right now. You might as well put him in. But then, yeah, I just want the Patriots to win at this point.
Okay,
this is a boring Super Bowl. Like, I'm not interested at all.
I know that's where I'm at right now.
So
okay,
boring. There's no Eagles. I wish Lamar was in it at least. Somebody cool. Maybe Josh Allen. Anybody cool. It's Sam Darnold.
And Drake May. Well, Drake May could be a superstar guy coming up in the future, but he's like a robot.
Yeah.
Everything is just robotic, but he's a winner.
Tom Brady's playing on his alt account or something.
That's right. Well, this is a lab engineered Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm convinced Tom Brady gave his DNA 23 years ago to a lab in North Carolina so that he could watch himself later on down the
I
road.
wouldn't be confused if he has like a chamber in his house.
There
where he
was a
can,
conspiracy
where he can,
theory.
Neuralink himself into Drake May's body and just start taking over.
There was a conspiracy theory. I'm not kidding. That Tom Brady cloned his dog 23 years ago in North Carolina. I am not kidding. Not kidding. So who's to say he couldn't have given some of his DNA to clone? And who was born in North Carolina 23 years ago?
The GOAT.
Drake May. Drake May was. Does he look like Tom Brady? They're the exact same size. They look alike. They play alike, except Drake May's faster. The one thing Tom wanted to be better at was running. And what does this new version of Tom Brady have? Running ability.
Wow.
I don't know. Just saying. It's funny.
Like
Conspiracy Theory Thursday. I don't know. This is Art City now. Glad you guys are with us. Hey, when's the last time you went to a high school basketball game in the St. Louis area?
Me? Since high school, I haven't gone to a game yet.
What? Really? All right. I watched MICDS beat down Vianney a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not gonna maybe because I'm a little older than these guys, but they don't look like they're that tough.
Oh, of course. And the older you get, that's what you think about younger. I thought the same thing about football and high school football players. Not college football players, though.
Yeah, not college.
Because the first time I went down to the Mizzou sidelines, like 5 years ago, I went, oh my God, these guys
No,
are.
it's like I know there's guys that are really good. It's just like when I was watching high school basketball, it was a lot more, I'd say, college talent.
Did you get ripped a lot at all? Did fan bases rip you? And that's the story I'm getting into here right now.
Cardinal Ritter hated me. Like, they hated my team. Yeah. They didn't have no problem with me, and that was the weird thing. Like, everybody, like, I had no problem with people from Cardinal Ritter. A lot of my friends were there, but like, they were just really annoying. Any like problems with anybody.
Well, the reason I'm asking is we know that high school fan bases can get wild and crazy. Mizzou has the famous or infamous Antlers, who are just vicious and entertaining and loud. And when you're yelling at basketball games, you hear it. Refs hear them. Other teams hear you. And I've heard some things, not in recent times. And the game I was at last was very quiet. I mean, it was kind of, I don't want to say a blowout, but it was out of hand early.
Yeah.
And it was at the team's home gym where they were winning. So switch it around. If you have two rivals going at each other, well, in Oklahoma, we have video of this for you, and I can talk over it. This happened in Oklahoma last week. I have never seen, and people there in the state had never seen, where a referee gets upset at either being called a name or being ripped or whatever, that he removed the entire section of fans. Had you ever seen that happen in high school?
No.
I haven't. But allegedly a word was used. The ref got upset, went to the scorer's table. A representative with the school, it was the home cheering section, got removed from the game. But I've been in some high school basketball games where I was like, damn, those kids are ruthless. They are vicious. But this wasn't about cheering or saying things to other kids. This was about the ref thought that he heard something that he didn't like. And it got me thinking, it's like, well, what was it? What was the word? And should refs have the ability to remove fans? And you can kind of guess if they're high school fans or not. And that's what I thought was interesting was, can a ref get so, look, there's no fans. They were removed.
Yeah.
They were literally removed because of what had happened. So it just makes me wonder. I mean, there are ref shortages in most states around the country, probably everyone. But is it really because of verbal abuse, or is it because they're not being paid as they should? I had a ref tell me, well, I've had some things in the past, but I don't care about them. He's like, I quit being a ref, not because of fans, but because we're not getting paid what we should be getting paid to do the job. He's like, we're needed. And high schools and parents will realize if we ever, quote, went on strike or left, how important they need us and how badly they need us.
Okay, I see the refs knowing their worth.
Could you see that? We're done. We're not refereeing anymore.
The reffing
strike. Seriously, double our salaries, Misha.
Strike.
If the referees ever officials get together and say, no, we're not doing a game. We're not doing games until, there'd be some serious freaking problems. I guarantee they could get a whole lot more money than what they're getting paid.
I used to hoop with the guy who used to ref my high school games. Like,
oh, you mean after the fact?
Yeah, like pick up and stuff. Yeah, I used to just see him at the gym and we'd hoop. I still hoop with him now every now and then when I see him. But now I drop him off even more though. He used to call some lame stuff, man. He used to not let us play, man. Let us play.
Think about it. It's insane, man. It got me thinking about referees in high school, and not just basketball or football, but soccer. Are there issues in volleyball? Whatever the softball, soccer, whatever the case may be. But man, it just, I've seen some high school officials screw up state runs in the state of Missouri in football in the last 3 years. Like really bad, really, really bad. One with my son's team this year too. A winning touchdown in my son's game was called back. And it's like video. And it was like, how could you? And it wasn't even like, oh, it's a tight call. We have to look at the replay 6 times. Literally, I'm standing on the goal line. Ball's clearly across. How could he not see that? He's closer than I am. And it ended up costing my son's team a game. It was brutal. Brutal.
Terrible.
I see it happening a lot. And then in basketball, it can be tough when how a game is called with refs and things like that. But it got me thinking, this ref removed an entire section. I guess if it's abusive in high school, I could see a ref doing that. But you better have proof if you're a ref.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see something, or were you going to bring something up?
I was just about to say, like, did you ever see the commercial where it was the ref who got the call wrong And the guy comes up to the coach. He's like, "I touched the ball, coach."
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking
Never seen
about.
that.
No, I wish I had reference. I'm sorry. I wish I could get it.
It's so funny because, like, I know as a athlete, I would never do that. Like, have you ever done something like that?
Interesting.
It was like the ball went out of bounds, right? Ref says blue team touched it, but really red team touched it at the end.
Uh-huh.
Dude goes up to his coach. It's the championship game,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
2 seconds left.
Yeah,
He's like,
right.
He's like, "Coach, I touched it."
Oh, you mean about being honest?
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
I don't know if that's happening too often.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to have players doing that. Coach is like, shut up.
I used to know I touched the ball last and still do this and start pointing at the other person. That's on the ref to make the right decision.
But it is easy to get upset if you see bad calls in high school. And you
Yes.
have to try to remember it's a game, but will it affect your son in some way or your daughter with memories or college scholarship or something from that standpoint? That's where you have to think, is it worth it? As I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze? That's where you're at from that standpoint. That's what I'm wondering.
My thing is this: if you want if you're playing in a public high school league, or if you're playing in like a public school, like don't expect to have all state refs or like the best of the best refs. You know how many games are going on around the state? Like,
And until Misha is going to put the kind of money that needs to be put into referees and make it something like, yeah, this is a good career. This is something I can really do.
yeah, because I was thinking about reffing on the weekends and stuff, but there was no reason.
I mean, why would you want to? I
Yeah,
totally
I
get
know.
it. You know, Jim Powers, local high school sports superstar when it comes to broadcasting. He's on the Fox 2 football show. He's involved with refereeing around the state. I've had these conversations with him about these conversations and the conversations about conversations about reffing and money and so forth. I mean, they got to have a budget. You've got to put that money forward and then you can get better results. Especially when it comes to these games. But I just thought it was interesting seeing a ref remove an entire I have no problem if high school kids are being total derelicts and cussing out a ref or other players. I have no problem. I mean, if it's good ribbing, whatever, totally get it. But if it's derogatory towards an official, from a cussing standpoint over and over, I could get it. But the problem with this was nobody in the entire section admitted to who said whatever he thought he heard. So everybody had each other's back. So then he's like, fine, if you won't tell me who said what they said, then I'm going to remove the whole section. That's where it's like, okay, you're getting into some weird times in regards to what you're going to be able to do. Do you have a right to remove everybody if one person doesn't admit that they said it in a group of people? I don't know. I don't know about that, man. That seems a little bit strange to me, but it is what it is. By the way, the Olympics are off and rolling this morning. Curling, United States curling qualifiers going on. There's some snowboarding going on today, some more curling tonight. But yes, the Olympics are here. That means hockey will get started pretty soon. Looking forward to that. And of course, as we talk hockey, the Blues last night lost their final game before the hockey break. They've gone 1-8 their last 9 games. 1-8. That's an issue. That's a problem. What will this team look like when they come back for their game February 26th as they host Seattle?
I just have a question as a hockey casual. When can you classify them as like you can say the Blues suck this year? When can you start saying that?
Suck is such a weird.
Yeah, like what is they're like
I
the
won't
lowest
say
in the
they.
standings.
Yeah, they're second. They've
But
got
it's like-
their last
but
place in their
hockey-
division.
but
Their
hockey has a lot of
second worst
parity, right?
record in you're right, second worst record in the Western Conference. Worst road record in the
Yeah.
entire league. They've got all the worst pretty much wrapped up.
Okay.
Goal differential, second worst in the league.
Okay.
I will never say the word suck, but here's their season's over. They're not making the playoffs. I'll put it that far. a very underachieving team, one of the most underachieving teams in the history of the Blues when it comes to where the expectations were from the start of the year. Now you can go back to a team that won the President's Cup and then loses in the first round. You could call that an underachieving team, but they made the playoffs. This team isn't making the playoffs. There's a lot of issues. The problem with the Blues is the fact that they always seem like they're so close, but so far away. And that's where you at. That's what you have to figure out. And it's like, So now there'll be maybe some decisions. Is it the same team that they come back with? Do they wait till the off season? Do some of the favorite Blues players get traded? Do other teams want them for cup runs? Now they have a chance to kind of look at that and see where they're going to be this year. That's what I see. We'll go figure out where they do. But anyway, we appreciate you guys being with us today. Yeah, congrats to the Illini as well. They had a big win last night, and we'll keep you posted on what happens with that Missouri legislation about bringing only 45 minutes of screen time teaching to kids in elementary school, kindergartners through fifth graders, and also bringing back cursive. It's got a lot of bipartisan support. We broke that down today during the show as well. As always, stay positive. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you joining us for Arch City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes is coming up next. Enjoy that. The Co-Found Her Show follows them, followed by Charlie Tune and the Posse from 11 to 1. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Have a great day.